Hello everybody and welcome back to Football Manager Experiments. This is part 6 and the final part of our world-class Youth Academy Challenge, where we took York City from the Vanarama North and gave them a world-class youth setup, increasing their youth facilities, junior coaching and youth recruitment all to the highest level possible of 20. And we're now a long way in the future. We're in 2059. Last time we left off, we were way back in 2041. And really the aim of running the experiment for so long was to try and see if York could make it into the Premier League with all of their income from those youth sales. And unfortunately, as we can see here, guys, it has been nothing but a flat line and one small dip as York did succumb to relegation in the 2053-54 season before being promoted the very next year via the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, we have basically come to the end of the road here. This is very disappointing indeed. As we can see here, some pretty good progress, missing out on the playoffs a couple of times, getting into the playoffs there in the 2047-48 season, missing out again, missing out by one place there before really tailing off and getting relegated before coming back. So let's just have a quick click in and see where we are. So firstly, let's have a look at the managers. And as I was just sort of playing around with this, one thing that really took my eye is Gianluigi Donnarumma was a manager for just over 1 year. So, you know, despite the big name and the big hands and the big presence, he certainly could not help them. And he was actually in charge during that relegation period before Thiago Cabanas. He came in, helped get them promoted out of League One, but got sacked quickly thereafter. And since then, it's been you know, one after the other really. And Oliver Skip is now in charge for 188 days. Let's also just have a look at the staff, see who is our head of youth development here, and we can see that there's a new name. Sophia Hitchcock has come in, been in charge since 2055, so 4 seasons. Pretty decent stats actually, working with youngsters 18, 15 and 14 there for player ability and player potential. But if we just sort of go back and have a look, you know, here's the current senior squad. A few names to sort of talk around here. Miliad Falaudi, he seems to be sort of the best player as we're ending things here with York. He's come through the academy, 18 goals last year in the championship. Certainly looks like he will be destined for bigger things, unfortunately, as he's wanted by Norwich at the moment. Then we have Aaron O'Hanlon, Slovakian goalkeeper. He's come through the ranks of York as well, has been in goal for really the last 3 seasons. It's done all right. Which is good to see. And this really was the aim from the beginning, just to sort of see, you know, which players can come through the youth academy, get sold, go on to bigger things, and then whether or not any of these players, you know, could basically help get York promoted into the Premier League. So a few players we can see there, you know, in terms of the last season, 19 goals from Falaudi, Herman Pedersen with 10, and then not many elsewhere. And really those guys again, Seth Newton, let's just see if he's come through the academy. No, he was a free transfer. Let's have a look at the transfer history really quick then, guys, just to sort of see what's happened over the last few years. So where we left off last time, few players have been sold. Generally, it's been positive in terms of the income coming in. A few big sales here. Brett Fisher going for 13.5 million. A little bit's been spent here and there last season, not too much, only 1.5 million. If we just go back a few years, we can have a look. 18.75 million here, spread around among quite a few players again. And that really has been the issue, in my view. A lot of money has been wasted on mediocre players that haven't helped York get to that next level, as opposed to just going for, you know, the 1 or 2 big signings that are going to really improve the team and get them promoted. Lots of players coming in on free and loan, as you can see. Outgoings generally more than incomings, which is to be expected with a team the size of York, but no one really to write home about. But there is one player we just want to have a quick look at. His name was Bob Rogerson. He was back in 2041-42 when we left off. This was sort of the season, and since then he's had a pretty incredible journey. First he went to West Ham for 30 million. West Ham made almost 100 million on him before selling him to Southampton for 123 million before he went to Manchester United for a 64 million transfer. Been really a regular in that Manchester United team for a number of years, hasn't quite excelled or reached the heights that we thought he may have done, and last year Chelsea did snap him up on a free. If we just go into his overview, you will see here he's got 147 caps for England and 67 goals. Stats looking very, very impressive indeed. And let's just sort of see some of his milestones as well. See what he has won with Manchester United. Premier League, FA Cup, International League with England, which is good to see. European Champions League, Super Cup, more glory, European Champions Cup, Community Shield, European Football Championship with England there in 2056. Maybe that bodes well for the future. But yeah, very, very good career that he has had indeed. Yeah, truly one of world's global superstars. Great to see that he came through the academy at York. So let's sort of just go back quickly to York. Let's have a look at that season actually where we got promoted out of League One and just sort of see what the path was like in the playoffs. I don't believe there have been any good cup runs either. Have we gone past that season? I thought it was back around here maybe. Here it is. Decent cup runs, nothing special. And then an extra time win against Chesterfield, who I believe they've been before. Chesterfield down to 8 men during extra time. Unbelievable. 2 men sent off. It was a very eventful 50 to 52 minutes. Despite playing against 9 men for basically all of the second half, York couldn't muster up that winner, but eventually did and got promoted, which was very good to see. Let's also just try and quickly find the season where they missed out on the playoffs. That is the 2047-48 season. That is the closest that they got to the Premier League. So if we just go back quickly, here it was. Yeah, very good start to that particular season. Really strong around here as well. Knocked out of the FA Cup third round. A few too many draws here. What's that? There's 6 draws in 7 games. Another couple there. And it was Bristol City that ensured another season in the Championship. Lost at home 3-2 and then lost away 3-1 after taking the lead. Let's actually go and have a look at that Championship table from that season. Let me just go on to stages 2047-48 and then we need to click on to league table. So yeah, York finishing 5th there, 74 points. They were a long way unfortunately off getting automatic promotion, so all of those draws did not matter too much. 17 draws in total. So yeah, that is basically where things are, unfortunately. So finishing 12th this season, 12th or 13th this season. Let's just have a look and see where the club details are as we leave things here. Reputation, just a touch under 6,000. Club attendance, pretty high, 17,729. Max, 23,000. In terms of the finances, they are in debt again, down 344,000. Still a relatively big transfer budget there of some 3 million. Wage budget has been pretty consistent. And then in terms of the facilities, they have moved into a new stadium, the York Stadium, 20,000 capacity stadium with room for expansion. The facilities have been declining a little bit. Training facilities now down at 12, youth facilities at 16, junior coaching and youth recruitment at 19. So not quite the 20 levels that we saw for most of this time. And yeah, I mean, I think what we can take away here, guys, is a good youth academy can certainly get you a significant way, generate a lot of income, a lot of sell-on clauses and things. But really, to get to the next level, you need to have the right manager in charge with the right transfer policy. Too much hovering around the Championship, selling players, buying players in that aren't good enough. And the result is that York are now a very stable Championship team in the most part, but really struggling to kick on and get to the next level. So I definitely think we can say that York have reached their peak. We've given it enough time. 18 seasons have moved on since we last left off, and I think we can call this a wrap on the World Class Youth Academy Challenge. Thanks so much for anyone that's watched all of the series. It's been very enjoyable to see how this happens. We may do a similar one with Football Manager 22, see if we can get better results there when it comes out. But if you do have any comments or you want to see anything further, do let me know. And as ever, thanks so much for watching and take care. See you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching this episode of Football Manager Experiments. If you liked the video, please do hit that like button. And if you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you do not miss any uploads. If you have any suggestions for future videos or comments on this video, please do let me know in the comments section below. And please do follow me on my socials, which are on the screen right now. Thanks everybody, and see you in the next video.